What it isn't always be. Life seasons. Let me say it again. What it is isn't what will always be. Life seasons. I'm Lee. So I did the first video. Eish. Hey, video kala if you be petty, but yeah, I'm back. Like my back. Back njengomhlali. Back njengomhlali. Yeah. Well, I don't know if maybe I will start it right here before I shoot. I don't know if you all remember Togozo Kaba. Don't know if maybe you all remember her. Yeah. A beautiful young woman born in 2002 was assassinated by her boyfriend in Tswana University of Technology, but in some accredited rest, she was allegedly being assassinated by her boyfriend and she was deceased. I hope the justice system, the court, do the right thing, do justice to the family, do justice to the friends, because that wasn't. I went to her memorial service that day. The executive came, every borders came. It was very, 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 very emotional and very, very touching, you know. So I hope the court system does justice to the family, does the right thing according to the law and policy of South Africa. When you have killed a person, one, firstly, to her respective resident, privacy. I don't want to go deep, but secondly, it comes murder. You are a student. Come on, first. Come on, chief. Something must be done. Something must be dealt. I haven't been following the case lately, but I hope justice must be served. Moving on forward, because even Cape Town, when you look at the stats about the most uh, places of murder, Cape Town comes as the least of them. I don't know, it's standing at 64 murders in Cape Town. Yeah. So I hope something must be served. The criminal must be dealt with. I hope Bergitel do something great, Mjani. You must do something yana. Hey Rutman. Hey Baba. Thank you to Sizokthol. Yeah, Sizokthol. Bakthola ngempela bajit. Ay bakthola ngempela. Sizokthol. Ay bakthola. Thank you. I hope someone protects that man. I hope Bergitel does something, because that person is really, really working hard to get rid of the criminals that are operating and moving around and maneuvering in this country called South Africa, southern part of Africa. Azania, some code like that. I don't know if it's Steve Biko. Moving forward, the reason why I made this video is because I want you to be alert. The top G's, the top G's of the internet. For me, the first becomes Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is an internet breaker, Mchan. Oh, internet breaker. Andrew Tate, internet break. If you invite Andrew Tate in every pod or in any other podcast, if you see Andrew Tate, proximately or eventually, your video will reach 1 million above. That's not negotiable. You've seen his videos. Your internet, your podcast or your channel would eventually break, because Andrew Tate is a top G. Top G. I haven't followed mostly of his life, so I can speak about here. But eventually, if I have made more information towards where does Andrew Tate comes from, because the only thing I know, he was not a boxer, but I don't know that thing what they do there where they exchange hands, feet. I'm not a person of violence, but there was a sport that he was into. Went on, fought the matrix, fought the system, spoke about it, went to jail, come back. They made it a house arrest for him and his brother Tristan Tate. Those are top G's in China. They decide what comes in and what goes out into their private spaces. He's a top G. Top G from. I'm making this video for. The subtitle for this it include Andrew Tate. You'll see. more views will come to this channel. I promise you. To this video, look at this. The second for me, I've been following mostly, but the second for me is from South Africa. Penuel the Black Pen. Penuel Mlotshwa. Uzala umamsi. Ubhuti wakhe ubani. Penson Mlotshwa. For me, Penuel is the internet breaker. I've watched another podcast. That podcast was let me not just say the name, but let me speak about it. Was suffering, no, in terms of views and algorithms. Just like Pokemon 62, but the videos 1 hour, 92, 102 views. Ish, football, jump in, jump, Penuel came. The episode that Penuel was, it reached double 3.2k. I'm sure now it's reached about 10 now, 11k. Then after Penuel, Ashona parts, it went down. We are born time, man. Penuel, man. Penuel went to Justify podcast, exceedingly, massively, and hilarious reviews on Penuel's episode. Penuel is a top G for me. He breaks the internet. I don't know, but he said we didn't have a woman back, I don't know, 3 months back. I don't know the woman of the podcast, but I just watched the video. The views were massive. In less than 2 hours, it reached about 2.4k views. Less than 2 hours. Now Penuel for me becomes the second top G, or the third, because Andrew, Tristan, and Penuel for me. I don't know about his brother Penson Mlotshwa. I haven't followed him most of the time because he hasn't been doing podcast outside beside the one he has with Penuel, which is Pen and Pen. So he hasn't been outside of podcast, like being in podcasts like Justify, podcast, Bank G, podcast and Chill, those podcasts. Who's this one? Lego and Culture podcast, Kim GP podcast. He hasn't been out there lately, but he has been growing alongside with Penuel. I think it's Penuel who's bringing that man up, Reason why I say that I didn't know more about Penson, but the only thing I knew about him is that he was a teacher somewhere. Stopped. I don't know why he stopped, but I don't know the story. I only know Penuel and his religion, We'll talk about that on my videos. So I'm on day 22 with DJ Spoo challenge. So moving on to DJ Spoo also is Penson. Never did any podcast outside besides the Hustler's Corner, Virtual Kuku, and his channel. He's still growing his channel. He's doing a challenge of 365 days, hoping to reach 100k views. Shout out to you, Penuel, for 100k views on your channel as well. Hoping that MacG can reach 1 million. Then we can go to, I don't know, it's on belt, what. I'm not sure about. Well, I don't have more information. I just shoot this video just to let you know that Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Penuel are the top G's, top internet breakers for me. Yeah, man, what it is it always be. Live seasons. Live season for me, live season for you, live season for all of us. When one achieves, we all achieves.